Hello friends, very good evening. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Talent Traders. Those who are new to my YouTube channel, kindly subscribe the channel to get more update on intraday and positional trading strategies. And this video, again I'm going to back test the last scanner which we have created, that is a doji uh, that repaints, right? So if you are using the right condition, it will never repaint. So that yesterday we created a doji and it was giving you such a buy opportunity at very lowest level. So that scanner, will it work for an intraday? That I am going to backtest here. And that scanner, we are making a scanner. Most of the scanners will show you only the stock which is passes the condition which you have provide. But if stock may be in between, it may be available on the scanner, but at the end of the day that will not be available. So the reason, the conditions you coded, that was the main reason. And also yesterday I have get a comment for my that video, so that I'm going to answer that comment, right? So here I'm just showing you how to find out a trade like that. So after finding out a trade, so which kind of trade you are going to take, so that you have to decide, so which kind of trade you are going to find out. So once you find this, scanners will help you to find out such a trade opportunity will available. Once we will find out the trade, so we can decide whether I'm going to trade in options, whether I'm going to trade in futures. So whatever, that is what depend on your trade style and your capital and your risk ability. So that you have to remember, right? Here instead of checking manually the stock which forms like that, which one is forming such a kind of scanners and screeners that we are seeking, but here very easy to find out such a opportunity. That is what my main question which I am using to find out the scanners. Okay, so end of the day we are using some scanners that may be giving you the opportunity positionally. We'll try to find out the same on intraday, how it is working, whether it is good or bad. So we will test it out. If it is okay, so we can go for further. So that is my main idea. So where I'm going to use this here. Let me wait. Okay. So yesterday we made a scanner. So based on the scanner, we are going to continue here. And if you are watching my videos and new, just subscribe it. And thanks for your thing, right? So and yesterday the comment which is asking about uh, what he asked about entry, when to take a entry. So when I plan that doji gives doji is an indecisive candle where it is broken the high. So let me try latest to open equal to low. So few days back we find out 𝗲𝗁𝐾. Let me go to 𝗲𝗁𝐾 here 𝗲𝗁𝐾. So there the 𝗲𝗁𝐾 which forms, just wait, 𝗲𝗁𝐾 forms a doji. It never broke the low, and if you see the charts are initially it is from the top, it is fallen down. So most of the time what we are trying to do when the stock is in the lowest level, we try to buy, but most of the time when it's broke the high we can buy, when the breaks are low we can sell, like that. So but I am using to when the stock is fallen down, so trying to find out a buying opportunity at the bottom. So once the doji is indecisive candle where the buyer and seller got confused on that, or buyer and seller doesn't own, right? So that is why we find a doji candle, right? So after a day where the doji is broken that high, would be a confirmations the buyer can drag the market up. So that is happening here. So we maybe keep the stop loss below. And what kind of options we are going to take a trade? So you are taking a trade, and the next question, how many days to hold? So how many days to hold is nothing but when it is giving you a target. So if I buy at 100 rupees, the market is still trading 10 days up to 100, 199 means my stop loss would be 95. My target would be 105. Until the target I should wait, or my stop loss I should wait. If the position not making any profit or loss for a while, so we may be exiting. There is no movement on the stock. So after which strike price we have to take. So we have a 3 strike prices. So once the breakout is should be the ATM, or the low should be ITM, or even you are expecting this much of point. If it is goes up, you can go to OTM. So here low premium, right? Here a moderate premium, here high premium. The strike price selection is based on you, how much risk you are going to take. So that is what the comment which I received. I think, I hope I am giving you the answer. And any change before 5th or 5th the month, so we can try to trade up to before the last week on the current month. So on the last week of the expiry, we can try to move on next week, next month expiry. I hope I answer your all the 5 questions. Hope that comment will help you to others to understand what I'm discussing here. Right. So let me go for the scanner, whether it is worked in intraday or not. So let me try it out. So the doji scanner we have already made on the last video. So let I go to very speed. I'm not going to discuss about that how I'm making it, because we already told you how to do it. Right. So just simply create. So this is the method how I'm creating the scanners. So there is a bracket value, ABS value. That is a lot of difference between both. So you can try open. It is open multiplied by, where we use the number 0.003, because we use this number for the variation in the open and close price. So I'm going to take a 15 minutes time frame here. I'm not going to take any more time frame. It's all about 15 minutes time frame. Okay, let's copy it the same, and we use the close price also open plus. That is a change, nothing else. You can try. And we used the close price is must be greater than 100, right? So we are using the stock value which is trading over 100, that I'm going to take. So these are the scanners which we have created yesterday, and we used the low of the latest low, or 15 minutes low. This must be less than. So I'm focusing for a buying opportunity. I'm focusing minimum duration value. Here 15 minutes candle I used 52 low. So this will help you to find out such a doji where it is present at the lowest level. What will happen? I think we'll check it out. Equals, not equal, it must be equal. Okay. Okay, so we find some stocks and many more stocks, because it is an intraday time frame. So we find out a lot of stock, and let me find out how many stocks which is forms today on July 7th. So lot of stock which we got it for the trade, and the first one which is happening at 9:15. So which may be this stock would be a 𝗖𝗵𝗿𝗁. It is 9:15. Let me check it out, 𝗖𝗵𝗿𝗁. And what happened on the 15 minutes time frame? It is not about positional. It is a 15 minutes time frame. Let's say the first bar. So that's why we told you avoid the first 15 minutes most of the time, because highly volatile time period. So let's say how the wick is big. Looks like a doji, but there is a bigger wick on that. If I take entry at this point, I keep the stop loss below this point. It is took high risky or huge risky, even if it is not moving as per my expectation. It will trigger my stop loss, means I'm going to lose big amount. So I don't want to take such a kind of risky trade. I should simply ignore the trade. And the next one, so we got a lot of stocks. I'm trying to find out Shriram Transport at 9:45 SRT at 9:45, where it is a 9:45 candle. So this should be the 9:45 candle, where there is another doji, because we used 0.003. So that will find out. So there is a 9:45 candle, we find out a doji. So here if I'm taking an entry, 1264, and the stop loss for the trade is 1258. Around 6 rupees is the stop loss for the trade, but after our entry point, market went near about 1320, so near about 40-60 points. So 1 is to 10, it generates your profit, but I don't tell you to wait that much of. So even if you are taking the risk of 1 is to 1, that should be better, or 1 is to 1.5, or 1 is to 2. There is the entry point. So first time if you have missed entry, and the second time it has again come to the same point, and finally it returned back to the top. Till end of the day, it reaching the topmost level. That was worked, and the risk is very small. Instead of comparing the last one stock, it's a huge risky, but here is the very small risk. So that you have to focus. Right, how much the risk which I'm going to take. So if the risk is not suitable to you, you just simply avoid the stock. And what are the other stocks? Here, that is 𝗖𝗵𝗿𝗁 at 10 a.m. Hope this was trigger your stop loss, I think. Let's check it out. Yes, it's never repaint, because in a charting, if it is a repaints, that would be at 10 o'clock. So it may be trigger your entry around 346. I think it didn't get you 346, but hope if you are making this buy above, it may be not trigger, but if you bought it around 346, exactly the high of that particular candle, let I zoom that. So this is the candle where I get an entry opportunity at 10 o'clock. So once this high is broken around 346, the next after few candles it is reaching nearby 146, not more than that. If you are using buy above, we may not take entry, but if you are taking entry, that was stop loss trigger at 344.6, that is around 1.4 rupees, and then it fallen down. After that it went up to 3, again come to the 346. But this wasn't a stop loss trade where the risk is very small, up to 1.5. So should I take the entry? Yes, I can take the entry because of my risk is very small. So this will tell you the scanner will not repaint. 𝗖𝗵𝗿𝗀 lab at 12:45. 𝗖𝗵𝗿𝗀 lab at 12:45. This is also be another stop loss trade. 12:45, where it is 𝗖𝗵𝗿𝗀 lab, 15 minutes, 12:45. This may be the candle. This may be the candle. So where we got a opportunity, it initially moves and finally it triggers your stop loss. But I think I need to change here something mistake, not a point, 0 point. 0.003. We try it out. Here I made a mistake, that's why it is happening. It must be a less than or equal to. Less than or equal to should be the right one. Okay, and let it check. We made a mistake, but we have a lot of stock. This is what, and 6th, 7th, we have a 11:15 as a stock, HDFC Life. So that is not a doji, HDFC Life, where it is 11:45. The time is 11:15. So this should be the doji. Initially we are after the fall, bigger fall. Let's see, there is a big fall on that stock. We are finding out the trade opportunity to buy. Initially it triggers you buy, and it was a stop loss trigger. This entry is never repainted. That is what main importance. This entry is never repainted. And the second one, we have two more stocks, Dr. Reddy and HDFC Life. Again HDFC Life, there around the time of 11:45, two stocks. So the first time which is happening at 11:15, the second time which is happening at 11:45. But this 11:45, it works well. 1.3 rupees should be the stop loss. This broken next candle, this is what your stop loss. It never, I think it never triggered. This point 54.10, this low is 54. It never triggered your stop loss by 10 paisa, and then it went up to 57. So where we bought around 55, 2 rupees. 1.3 is our stop loss that is generated, but even though it triggers your stop loss. So it will not repaint on that scanner. Dr. Reddy on the same time. Oh, that was working good. I think this was the time around 11:45. It triggers your entry and it triggers your stop loss. So what main concept which I am discussing here, there is a concept Metropolis at 115. The scanner will never repaint. The Metropolis is that around 115. It's exact doji. And while we are focusing, so if you see a lot of candles are doji like that candle, because the stock does not have a good volume. So that is also you can focus while if you are placing the orders. So good volume liquid stocks. And finally this is also by Dr. Reddy. Why? Because of the Dr. Reddy, again it forms a doji candle. This time it never trigger you entry. Sorry, this is a 315, right? Yeah, 315. This is what another doji candle. Once it is broken above that level, so we can, it must be a tomorrow, so we cannot use for an intraday. So the main concept which I am using to find out the trade by using the doji at the bottom or doji at the top should be the best opportunity to buy while doji forms at the bottom, and must be a great opportunity to sell when the doji forms at the top. I hope this is also working intraday, very minimum stop loss, and you can increase your target as per your risk reward ratio, maybe 1.1, 1.2, sorry 2, risk reward ratio 1 or 1.5 or 2. So that you can plan, and you do back test the strategies, and you do try in a live market at paper trade. Then you will getting confident, then you can use the scanner. I hope this may be a useful video. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching this video, and thank you very much. If you are not subscribed my YouTube channel, kindly subscribe it. Thank you so much.